Hey, what's up? So, you know that if you watch my YouTube channels in the past, I do a To The Prem series. Well, I'm changing it up a little bit because I'm not going to start the To The Prem series just yet because I'm waiting for the leagues and all that to come out. But I'm going to start a In The Prem series. So I'm going to start with a team in the Premier League. I already know what team it is, and we're going to go through some of their details and things like that today. For the first episode, and we're going to go through about what we're going to talk about. So let's take a look in the game and see who my chosen team is for In The Prem. So as you can see, I have taken over the reins of Leicester City Football Club. Now, the reason I've chosen Leicester City was back in 2016 they won the Premier League and defied odds of 5,000 to 1. But since then, they didn't do very well the next year and got knocked out of the Champions League, and they've not regained a European place again. But I think the squad has very good potential, has a very, very good team. There was a couple of players that I wouldn't choose, that I'd maybe move out of the squad, and there's a couple of players that I'd maybe bring into the squad. So my aim for the In The Prem series is I'm going to take Leicester City for 5 seasons, and I want to make them either a consecutive top 4 team, so that means they are challenging for the title every year, but they need to do it for at least 2 seasons out of the 5 in a consecutive row. But also, if I can get them to win the league again, so again they could win the league and then go Champions League next year, or they could go Champions League, win the league, or they could win the league and then go Champions League, Champions League, Champions League. So basically they've got to win the league but also have consecutive Champions League appearances, because I want to make them primarily a top 4 club. Because believe it or not, they've got players like Harry Maguire, Kasper Schmeichel, Madison. I think it's Madison, isn't it? It's there. Bear with me. Let me just double check that before we go through the game. Squad. Where is he? James Madison, yeah, there. So James Madison's another good player that I think will be very good, especially in the future with development. So that's the reason why I've chosen Leicester, because I think with maybe a few improvements and that, I think they could be a challenging team for the league, but also a consecutive Champions League team place as well. So that's the reason why I've chosen them. It's my first save from the official release of Football Manager 19, and let's crack on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly go through the initial setup, and then we'll come back at the start of the season when we're actually ready to play our first game, and I'll show you the improvements. But what I'm going to show you is the kind of setup I want first, and then the improvements that I'll make ready for the start of the season. And what we'll do in this series is we will go through a couple of games, I'll play offline, come back, play online again, and then kind of show you a progress. So maybe start pre-season, maybe halfway through, maybe January, let you know where I'm at, what's happened, where I think we need to improve, that type of thing. And then hopefully at the end of the season we'll be lifting that Premier League trophy, but who knows. So just to start off with, here we are at the beginning stages as the Leicester manager. As you can see, Leicester hire Armour as manager, and I've taken over the reins from Claude Puel. So managing director Susan Whelan's going to speak to me regarding the joining of the team. Yeah, I'd love to get to know the club. It sounds like a great idea. I have no requirement for philosophies. Yes, I'd love to have an introduction to the press, and let's get on with it. So Johnny Bonavery is my assistant manager. I may look at chopping and changing it as well. So yeah, I'd like to see them do that. I don't want an inter-friendly squad, and I'd love to meet the backroom staff. No, don't need that. So there we go. We've left there. We've got the tactics introduction. So I'll actually show you the tactics that I'm going to use. So we'll take the induction so we can see how we play. Okay. So yeah, we understand that. You can pre-choose or create your own. So we are going to create my own style. Okay. Now I very much love the wing formation. Okay. So we're going to do a 4 defender, but it'll be a 4-4. Yeah, like that. Okay. Now what I may chop and change is I may put someone. Maybe one of the, I'll move on. I'll show you when we get into there, when we get to the confirmation. Yeah, I'm happy with that. We'll look at those in a bit. Again, we'll look at those in a bit. Okay, so this is the kind of squad they kind of put up. Now, what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to... that's fine, next. It's just telling me about personalisation. If you haven't seen many of the tutorial videos, then go back and watch some of them. That's what all I would say. So, okay, there's some transfer obligations, some injuries, our pre-season preparation, that's fine. Yeah, well, obviously we've lost Mahrez. Obviously he's gone to City in real life. So he is someone I kind of want to replace. So let's quickly have a look at the tactics, because we've kind of had a brief look at the tactics screen. So let's just bring this a bit bigger. We're going to remove everyone from the squad. And as I was saying, I would either play with a kind of a 3 kind of attacking midfield with 1 up front, or a 2, or even have 3 in midfield, maybe even have a defensive midfielder, so it's like a Christmas tree formation as such. So yeah, they're the kind of formations I'm going to be looking at, but for the time being I'm going to leave it like this, okay? So the key players in the squad is definitely Kasper Schmeichel, is definitely one of them. He is going to be my definitely sweeper keeper. Fullbacks here, I mean, we've got Danny Simpson, who won it in the league. We've got Ricardo Pereira, who's on holiday, and Daniel Amatari. But I'm happy with who we've got at the moment, so we'll probably keep Pereira there. Now, Harry Maguire is going to be central to the club. He's going to be basically my number 1 centre-back. Partnership-wise, we've got Johnny Evans and Wes Morgan, who are kind of there. But as you can see, Johnny Evans is now 30, so he's getting on a bit. And obviously Wes Morgan, oh, just clicked onto him. Wes Morgan as well is getting on a bit. Although he's still a good defender, he is 34. So we will be looking to maybe improve the centre-back pairing and maybe getting someone a bit younger and probably more capable to sit alongside Harry Maguire. Fullback, I do like Christian Fuchs, although he's not there anymore by the looks of it. And we've got Ben Chigwell. He is a very good wing back. Again, 21 years of age, so he's definitely one for the future. Let me just check to make sure. See if Christian Fuchs is in the under 23s at the moment. He's 32 years of age, so again, he may be someone we may look to leave the club. Because of his age, I kind of want to keep a young squad that can play for the future, and I want to kind of try and get the core of the team in early on, so that they're there for many a year. Central midfield, then we've got Andy King's a bit old now, so we've got Adrian Silva, who they bought controversially at the end of one of the transfer windows. Again, I think he's quite young as well. I don't think he's that old. Right, he's 29, so he'll be there predominantly. We've got Mendy, Ibora, Ndidi as well. Ndidi, I believe, is an older player. No, he's a young player, so he's definitely one for the future as well. He wants to play more of a defensive role midfielder, so that's what I'm saying, where I can probably maybe just do 3 there, have 1 up front. But we have to have obviously look at what we're doing. So we'll keep Ndidi there for the moment. We'll have another centre mid. So that'll be one of my aims, is to get another centre mid in to help pair maybe 2 centre mids in, young, decent there for the future. Then we've got for the right midfield. See Pierre. So maybe we can put Pierre there, 24-year-old winger. He's definitely there for the future. Maybe get a new right back in then. Maybe that probably might be the key, is getting a new right back in. And where should we go next? So looking at left wingers, we have got Damari Gray. So we could have a look at Damari Gray. He's more of an inside forward. And then up front, at the moment we've got Jamie Vardy. I would like to improve on Jamie Vardy because he is getting of an age again. And as you can see, he's not really good at... he's not really a decent things for a striker. Although 31 years of age, he can still play. He's got very good speed, so he's definitely good for the counter attack. So I do want Maddison to play, but I just need to try and work out where he would fit in my my squad. I know he's slightly injured at the moment, so he's more of an attacking midfielder. So again, I mean, if I really wanted to, I could maybe play like the line and maybe have Maddison sit there instead of Ibora. Again, still needing that. He could be the support for Jamie Vardy, and you've got that there. And maybe what we could do a little bit is play a bit around, maybe keep them like that, so it's a bit more structured. Again, it's all up into interpretation, but my core players are kind of the younger players. So Ndidi, Maguire, Schmeichel, Chidwell, Piera, Maddison. I mean, Gray is 21. Could improve though for us there. So that's kind of what we'll be looking at. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. I think that's the kind of formation I'll start with. Maybe just try and improve the midfield and the right back a little bit. Just putting the players together. I mean, Albrighton as well. He's 28. It's fairly decent, but he's getting on a bit for us as well. And we've got the former Man City striker Iheanacho. Don't really think he'd be a future for me. Okazaki as well, 32 years of age. Again, one I'll be looking to offload. So I'm just going to move some of these players that we don't really need into the under-23s, because I'd rather only see the players that are available. So as you can see, we need maybe one more kind of winger and just a couple of improvements. So right back, centre mid, maybe left wing as well, where I'm looking to improve the squad, and a new centre back as well. So that's kind of the dynamics of the squad that I'm looking for. Let's have a quick look at the budgets and what we've got. So if we go to, we won't keep player stats. I'm not really fussed about team stats. So we'll go to pending transfers. So we've got a good £21 million budget with £100,000 a week to spend. Okay, and I did say yesterday, well, we've got an under 23. I'm not going to be playing it. I'll be leaving it to the manager. So yeah, we've got 21 million to spend. I'll be looking at how we can do that and hopefully move the club forward. And realistically, for this season, I would like to finish maybe in Europa League places if we can. It'd be great to finish in the Champions League places, but there's no pressure on it for the first season. Then obviously in the next couple of years, I'll be looking to push. Remember, I'm doing this for 5 years, and they need to be consecutive Champions League winners places. So they want to be a top 4 team. I think realistically, the only teams we'll have trouble against once I've built the team is the likes of Man City and Liverpool. I think they could beat Chelsea, Arsenal and Man United and Tottenham as well. I think Leicester have the capability to do that. But we'll have to see what happens. So what we'll do, we'll fast forward pre-season. We'll get to the start of the game. And our first game of the season is against Bournemouth at home. So we'll come back and we'll watch that first game of the season. We may play that, Arsenal, and maybe Watford in the first. No, we'll do first home and away. So Bournemouth and Arsenal, so you can see a home and away game, and then we'll come back probably maybe around Christmas time. So maybe just around here, Chelsea, Newcastle run, and then come back end of January just to see what we've done, and then finish back at the season. So that's kind of what my time frame of looking at for this save. So join me when we got to play Bournemouth. So we have finished the pre-season now, and we're looking at our first game of the season, which is against Bournemouth. We've had quite a pre-season. First off, let me show you the schedule. So we start off with the 2-2 draw into squad friendly, which I arranged by mistake. When we had a 3-0 win against Bohemians, drew 1-1 with Craiovia. Then we've won 4-1 against Sion and 1-0 against Nice, but lost 1-0 to Udinese. And then a 2-0 win against Leicester and Gailing International. We beat them 8-0. So going to show you the ins and the outs that we've done in the transfers this season. Okay, so Ricardo Pereira, Johnny Evans, James Maddison, Soyun Chu, Gizal, Ward were not my signings. My signings was Rodrigo Chiao, Carl Jenkinson, but Gnabry, Origi and McTominay on loan. We've had quite a few go out. We've had Johan Benaloun to West Brom. Hamza Chowdhury went on loan. Andy King went to Olympique Marseille. Another couple of on loan. On Adrian Silva has gone for 26 million. And Shinji Okazaki has gone to Bayern. Now, Okazaki came to me and said he doesn't think he'll get a work permit, so he wants to move on so that he can still carry on playing. So I said, fair enough. Adrian Silva, Man United kept coming in for bids. I kept rejecting them, but Adrian kept coming to me saying, I want to go. I said, I won't let you go for 32 million. They kept coming in with 26 million, but raising it to 37. And Adrian Silva kept saying, well, they're offering it. Take it. So I've had to let him go. And Andy King, I just wanted to get rid of the space. So we got some new players in. Well, I didn't realise we had Danny Ward, but there we go. Actually, yes, I did. I don't know why I'm thinking that he is. Yeah. So this is the starting lineup. As you can see, we've got Jenkins, Maguire, the new centre back, Chidwell, and Ndidi, McTominay, Maddison, Pereira, and Origi up front with Gnabry, who's injured. Now it would be Damari Gray going in there. However, he's still injured, so I'm actually going to have to put someone else in there for this game. So actually going to struggle. Oh yeah, I can put Origi there. So I'm going to put Origi there. Yeah, and what I'll do is I'll put Vardy on up front for this game. So there we go. So we've got Vardy up there up front. So I'll bring on, because he's now back to fitness, and he's more of a defender, isn't he? Yeah. Don't know what I'm going to fill my mid, because I don't want to put Mendy in because he's still coming back from injury. He's still like 2 weeks away. Let's put Fuchs in. I'm just going to have to go with another defender. So we've gone with Fuchs. So this is the team lineup we're going to start with against Bournemouth today. Okay. I haven't actually finished with any of this. I never actually finished it off. But we're going to go attacking because I like it to be an attacking squad. When we're in possession, I would like us to be fairly wide. And play out defence and focus down the wings. Yeah, I'd like direct passing tempo. Yeah, that's fine. With that, I'm going to leave. And yeah, I want them to be more expressive as well. In transition, I want us to counter press, I think, when the ball's been lost. But when the ball has won, I'd like us to counter if we can. Goalkeeper in possession. We'll slow pace down, I think, because that would be quite cool to thing. And then to distribute it, would like them to do it down the flanks. Yeah, definitely down the flanks, because I want to take use of the wingers. That's the whole point of my wing play. When we're out of possession, standard line. Yeah, just leave it standard. Defensive line, we'll leave standard, but I want to use offside trap, tighter marking. I'm happy with that. So that's kind of the way I'm going to kind of set the team up. And yeah, let's go and play Bournemouth now. So it's Leicester versus Bournemouth. And as you can see, we've got quite a few injuries out. So I'm hoping we can still win this, but we'll have to see what happens. I will also, I think, need to set up my camera as well. So let's go dressing room, team talk. Do you know what? I'm going to go all the best, have fun out there, because it's the first game of the season, no pressure. It's a special day. And any team would miss Joshua. He's been merely rested, and he's a natural choice. So while that's doing, let me just sort the camera out if I can. I can't yet. Now I can. So, between highlights, we want to be very fast. I don't do replays. It's going to be TV. And during the play, I like it to be slightly fast. And then what I'll do is I'll zoom in as well when we're on TV. So there we go. Zoom in. There we go. So here's the first attack by the looks of it, and it goes to Bournemouth. Good clearance, and Origi plays it out towards Jamie Vardy. Back into Maddison. Oh, just wide. Not a bad shot though. Jenkinson and Ndidi. To Maddison. Out to McTominay. Oh, good block by Aki. Oh, that was so unlucky there. In fact, I need to change something as well, not to extended. We need to go to key. I only like the key highlights. There we go. That should hopefully speed up the game a bit more as well. So, just to let you know as well, I did try for another player in the transfer window as well, but failed. It was Jack Butland from Stoke. I tried to get him on as a permanent transfer. Because as you can see, I'm trying to lower the age of the squad. I'm bringing in young players. That's kind of what I'm looking to do, and I kind of want to do is make them a young squad, but then fighting for the title. So, in a sense, Adrian Silva, even though he was one of the key players I wanted to keep, he was 29 years of age, so he wouldn't have had many years left with me. So, in a sense, it might be quite good that we got rid of him. I don't know. So anyway, half time we're at 0-0. I can say I'm happy with the performance because we are creating chances. But Maguire's not happy with that, but hey-ho. Starting the second half now. We're not doing too badly, holding it at 0-0. Kind of would like to be winning this game. This doesn't look a good key highlight for me. Or maybe it is. Origi is on the break here. Maddison picks it up, plays it into Vardy, shoots, and he's put it wide. Jamie Vardy, what are you doing, son? So 70 minutes into the game, let's make some tactical changes. So let's bring in Chiacho. Oh, no. No, I've done it again. I suppose there's only one thing, so I can just leave it there. So we're going to bring him in. I'm also going to bring on, just to help along with the wing, he's an inside support. And that'll do for the moment. So we'll just bring on those two new players, see how well they do. Iniacho hopefully will be decent. And I think I'll bring on Christian Fuchs. For the last couple of minutes. Great play by Origi to switch play corner. So there we go. 93rd minute, first game of the season, a 0-0 draw. Slightly disappointed, but under the circumstances, I will take a 0-0 draw. That's for sure. So let's go into team talk, and I'll say I'm happy with that. Although they're not pleased with me. I've had a bit of a hard relationship with the players because when I've been letting players go, like Okazaki, King, a lot of the players were unhappy, and especially when I let Silva go, they're like, why are you letting him go? And I'm just like, well, he wanted to go, and the thing is, you can't, for some weird reason in the game, it won't let you do it for some weird reason. So we were a far better team. No, do you know what? I think he was doing all right. I mean, I'm not too disappointed. We were all right. Don't know him, but I respect him as a manager. So yeah, Southgate was there. Why was he there? I was watching quite a few players there. And the Denmark manager was watching Kasper Schmeichel. So we're going to fast forward now to the Arsenal game, and then we'll probably leave it there for now. So we'll fast forward and we'll come back just before Arsenal start. So as you can see, we are at the Arsenal Leicester game. We're on TV once again. So we were on TV against Bournemouth. We're now on TV against Arsenal. We're away from home, and it's 15th versus 13th. So we'll have a quick look at the team selections. So Pereira, unfortunately, is out for 2 to 3 months now due to I don't know what happened. He got injured in training or something. So we've now got to go with our other right midfielder, Gizal. And that's kind of put us in a bit of a sticky situation. And we'll put Gnabry on the bench. He's still got 5 to 11 days, so hopefully I won't need to bring him on. I probably won't bring him on, but he'll sit on the bench to make up the numbers, especially up front. We'll keep Vardy up front and Origi on the left wing. We'll keep with that, and we'll keep with the team mainly that drew 0-0. So this is Arsenal versus Leicester. Teams are currently warming up. Here we go. So they've got a strong squad with Aubameyang leading the line. That's passionate there. Let's go. We've got nothing to lose. Let's go out and show how good we are. Again, Rodrigo isn't very happy with me. We're in tunnel. The absence of... Yeah. We look good in training, but yeah, let's do it. So, going to shake the new manager's hand, Unai Emery. We're playing at the Emirates, and Aubameyang kicks off for Arsenal. So this is the first highlight, and just a kick-off highlight. Only a minute into the game, and they've got their first kind of shot highlight, and Aubameyang to put it wide. It's a lesson. Lovely ball by Cech. Oh, look at that. Good save by Schmeichel, though. I would say Origi kept the ball on well there, but maybe not. Aubameyang running on again. It's surely 1-0. Oh! Arsenal have had 4 chances, but 3 that we've seen on highlights that they should have scored. Chidwell with a free kick. Long free kick, but picked up by the Arsenal defence there. Good save by Schmeichel. Bit of a weird shot from out there. Well, lovely pick up Schmeichel. Would say he was going for the counter-attack there, but didn't do very well. And Aubameyang puts them 1-0 up. Going to give him a shout, I think. Encourage the squad a little bit. I mean, we're currently only 1-0 down, so I can't be too disheartened. We are playing Arsenal after all. We'll just say I'm not happy though. I want to see something interesting in the second half, so let's do that. Let's start the second half. Half-time highlight. Give them a bit of... show some passion. Yeah, look at that. Show some passion. All seem to be fired up by the passion there. Save by Schmeichel, keeping us in the game there. Right, I'm going to make a substitution now. I'm actually going to take off Maddison. Put Ichiacho on. maybe those two can maybe form a bit of a decent partnership. See what happens. So, got those on. I'm going to probably bring Albrighton on for McTominay as well, just because he's on a yellow card. Maybe not. Actually, let's change that completely around. So I'm going to keep Maddison on for the moment. Take Vardy off because he seems disinterested for Mark Albrighton, and maybe swap those two around. Put Origi up front and Mark Albrighton. Yeah, let's do that. Let's bring Albrighton, put him left wing, see how he does. We're going to demand the more. Oh, Origi, unlucky. It's probably our first highlight. Indeed, unlucky. So there we go, guys. Final score 1-0. Not too disheartening. We were playing Arsenal, who were obviously going to be the better team. We only lost 1-0, so it's not too bad. Hopefully we can maybe pick their spirits up a little bit. I'm going to say, look, good effort, guys. Again, someone looks switched off and whatnot. But hey-ho, nothing I can do there. So, I'm going to finish it there for the first episode of In The Prem, not To The Prem. To The Prem will be coming on a little bit later on when I've downloaded the lower leagues and actually decided how I'm going to do the To The Prem series. But for the moment, we're in the Prem, we're with Leicester, and we're going to see how well we can do with Leicester. So if you've liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next video of In The Prem.